What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Oprah. Oprah is going viral due to comments she made while attending what they're calling the Good Soil Forum in Dallas. It was a get together. They talked about faith. They talked about AI, and they talked about a Diddy party. Now, when I'm doing this particular video, I'm going to speak on everything. I'm going to speak on. I took some notes as to what they were speaking about before it got to the Diddy party, right? Comments. I think this whole thing, by the way, seems very calculated. Very calculated, because Oprah has not spoken on Diddy at all. I don't think anybody was really asking for her to speak about Diddy. In regards to TD Jakes, there are rumors out there. I don't necessarily believe those rumors. I don't think him and Diddy are lovers. I have nothing against TD Jakes. I think he's a great ambassador to faith, the Christian faith in America. I truly believe that. There's really been no dirt on his name at all. But this Diddy situation, I think, has bothered him. And I felt like no matter what they were going to talk about at this forum, Diddy was going to be a part of it. And I truly believe that they talked about this before they went on stage. It's not something that happened sporadically. Now, how they got on Diddy was she talked about how there were AI generated photos of her and Diddy on YouTube. I had her being nude. There were nude photos of her on YouTube. And she said that she unsuccessfully tried to get those photos taken down, or the video with the photos taken down. I had never heard anything. I had not seen any type of, first of all, you can't have any nudity on YouTube. They're going to take that down immediately to monetize it. So I had not seen that. I think I've seen one maybe AI generated photo, but I don't know if it was her nude. It looked like more of like an illustration than anything else. It doesn't mean that it's good either way. It isn't. I felt like they were going to talk about Diddy regardless. And the fact that she is distancing herself out of nowhere, because nobody asked her to make comments. She didn't have to make comments. That's the thing that her supporters don't understand. She didn't have to answer anything. She didn't. If y'all think that they did not have this conversation before going on stage, then you are really delusional. So let's take a look at the comments. Art of Dialogue posted the clip here. And she's denying that she's been to a puff party.
Been near a puff party. Never been near. And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out.
Right.
I'm the first one out.
I stopped by Puffy's house for 30 minutes to say happy birthday to him during the day at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock.
With staff people. And out of that came a love affair and all kinds of stuff that I have never seen.
You too?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm almost 70 years old. What do I look like? And I am a grandfather. What do I look?
Now, again, they're speaking on this. Oprah says that, she's never been to a puff party. Okay. Now, in the comment section of this video, they started posting a bunch of posts of her with Diddy. They started posting a bunch of posts with her and Diddy, right? Of her being around them, right? And these are some of the posts here. She says she ain't at no puff party. What y'all talking about? Ain't nothing going on. Y'all trying, it's almost like she's like, why are y'all trying to connect her to unsavory people? It's as if Oprah's never been around unsavory people. It's as if, all this is there, they're just, again, trying to connect her to somebody unsavory. It's funny because Oprah has been around a lot of unsavory, I don't say a lot. She's been around her fair share of unsavory men. she's never spoken out publicly about them. She never has. So I find it very interesting how she's here to throw Diddy under the bus when nobody was asking her. Nobody even said, hey, Oprah, why was you at those Diddy parties? You hear rumors of Jay-Z and Beyonce being at Diddy parties. You don't see them going on stage saying, I've never been to a Puff party. So why now? Why is she saying this now? And the funny thing about this is look at the type of men that she has interacted with. Very, very close relationship with Harvey Weinstein. But y'all know she's never thrown Harvey Weinstein under the bus, even though she was in the same circles as Harvey Weinstein. I'm pretty sure she knew the type of man he was. But she still publicly has not said anything about him that I know of. If she has, y'all can let me know in the comments because I haven't seen it. Or what about John of God? The Brazilian, it's like a Brazilian cult leader? And all the depravity that he did she speak out against John of God? More like John of Satan. She's always found herself around unsavory men. But she's doing this forum and she's talking about faith and God and how, believing in God and trusting in him has gotten her so far. I'm not about to sit here and play on her faith. If she feels that way, I'm not going to say that that's not true. But I just find it interesting that how she's on this stage saying this when she's been around some very unsavory people and she's never once threw them under the bus. But her and TD Jakes just so happened to accidentally speak about Diddy. And by the way, I don't believe that YouTube would allow certain posts about her to be put up and they don't do anything. I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. I mean, YouTube will flag, certain things off of here just if you're attempting to do something nefarious, right? I know that they spoke about this thing before they went on stage. I know they did. These are two veteran professional celebrities. They had talked this out before they went on stage. Yes, they had these other topics, but the fact that it seamlessly went into Diddy, how they go from AI nude photos to talking about Diddy parties. And Oprah knows the game. Oprah's not dumb. But but the fact that people are like, oh my God, she would never go to a Diddy party. She would never associate with this kind. But you're associating with men like Harvey Weinstein and John of God, men that she promoted, especially John of God. She promoted him. But no, she would never go around unsavory people. Y'all, we're making things up. Diddy's the enemy. Y'all know what's interesting? Oprah made her career denigrating the image of black men. And she associated with all these degenerate white men, but she never threw them under the bus. But you know who she's willing to throw under the bus on this stage? Listen, I'm not here to defend Diddy's behaviors, but I have to call a spade a spade. I find it interesting how she wants to talk about Diddy now since he's in court, but she don't want to talk about these other non-black men, these who have done things, been accused of things, and she's never thrown them under the bus. But he's a black man, so it's easy for her to say he's bad, he's guilty, but you associated with them. You partied with him. Even though, now I'm not saying that she was at a Diddy party, but you certainly was hella comfortable around him. Look at this photo. Look how much industry swamp is in this photo. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't never been to a puff party, as she called it. She never been to a puff party. This I'm telling you right now, These people are just full of it, man. And again, I have nothing against TD Jakes. I really don't have anything against Oprah, just that she built her career tearing down the image of black men. But I just feel like this was coordinated. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. This coordinated. Coordinated. They could have been talking about, again, maybe they did, relationships, family. Maybe they did, but from what I read, the bulk of what they talked about was faith, AI, and Diddy parties. If you look at all the article titles that are written about this forum, all they're talking about is the Diddy party. They're talking about the faith, AI, and Diddy parties. All the articles have the same title. Is that a coincidence that all these websites that wrote articles on this forum, which wasn't a lot, by the way, there's a very few websites actually wrote about this forum. Now you got websites writing about the clip, but I'm talking about the forum itself. The forum itself wasn't wasn't promoted, wasn't a lot of publication didn't write about the forum. It's almost like this forum was put together but there was a purpose. But that's just me. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know that video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, X, Twitter, Instagram. And I'll see y'all next.